Good morning. It is now time for our stock talk. And I just had my notes and I don't know what I did with it, so give me a minute. Oh, here they go. Got them. Got them. Good morning, everybody. I know this is quite orthodox, kind of odd that it is Saturday morning and I am live in the Sabin Aquiline Hall, but I made a promise to come back and do a live specifically to talk about the stocks, because I know a lot of people wanted to get a little bit more details and understanding about that. So I wanted to make sure before I got into this day, which I got a lot going on today, I wanted to make sure before I got into the day that I give you the guys the information that you need about starting and investing in stocks. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning for a little bit. I always say, hopefully it'll be within an hour, and lo and behold, but I got a lot to do today, so I'm sure it's going to be within an hour. Absolutely. And I know it's a lot of people got a lot of things going on this morning, so you probably can't be as live as you would like to be this morning, but the video will be here throughout the day, so that way you guys can review the information that we're talking about. And also, let me give a big up for Miss Cheryl and Shauna. They are live at the live today. They are here. Give it a few more minutes for some other folks to chime in. Hi, Miss Gwen. Good morning. Yes, excuse the bonnet. Alexis and I are taking pictures today, so my hair is in rollers until lights, camera, action time. So I could not take these out this time of morning. Got a lot of running around to do before we have our photo shoot today. So please excuse the bonnet, no makeup, just me 100% natural this morning to give you guys this information that everyone has been asking about and for. Keep that promise. I've been packing orders all morning and night. Thank you, Miss Gwen. I'm surely definitely going to be that. Thank you so much. Alrighty. I know you guys want some good information about this stocks and how it works, and give you the background information on it. So I'm just going to get started because I definitely don't want the video to be too long. Thank you so much for everyone's support from the video that we did on Thursday. I hope you guys are super excited about the Shift Fund. That Shift Fund we are so excited about. I cannot wait for you guys, the winners, to receive your cashier's check and share your testimonies with everyone else, because this is truly a God movement. It's almost like he's really making a statement with the people in the Sabin Aquiline Hall with that Shift Fund and everything else that we do. Because we are really feeling this with our most heartfelt to know that it's time for us to show the leadership and be the people and be the change that we want to see. So I'm so excited about the Shift Fund. It will open up. It will be loaded on the www.tposhnaturals.com website on March the 1st. Remember, one person, one play, $1.50. If we see anything charged that's over $1.50, it will be refunded and the play will be canceled. So it's $1.50 per person. That's it, per person, and the winner actually takes, the dollars. So, and all the information has been loaded in the files, so you'll be able to see how it works and all the details that you need. And of course, you guys know that y'all can even inbox any of the admins if you have any questions about it. All right, but we're very, very excited about that Shift Fund. We are making moves in the Sabin Aquiline Hall. We are truly changing some people's lives so that way we can get out and do what we need to do. A couple of you have inboxed us, so let us know that you file for your LLCs. Y'all got y'all businesses running in y'all mind. Y'all is on and ready to break these curses and build our own community. And I am so super excited. Please continue to send those inboxes and let us know how you guys feel, because that lets us know that we are definitely on the right track and doing things the way that God planned for our lives to go. So I definitely want to give some big, huge shout outs to you guys that have sent us messages to let us know that you did your LLC, you did your name, and y'all are well at work and getting everything together. So we're just going to move it a little bit further and talk about how we can start investing some money. Just to give y'all some history when it comes to the stock, let me explain how and why I started and where I am in that process. Remember, the basis of this video is just to give you the foundational knowledge that you need to understand about the stock, how you can figure out the basics and how you can understand it in a better way in your own terms, because it is something that we need to get into. A little history in regards to what I found out is when it comes to these stocks, these business owners and these people, they pretty much own a piece of the business. I mean, every business, just about every business there is in the country, it has an IPO, which means that they have, they sell stocks to people that want to buy interest into the company. So you have people out here that's all they do. They buy 1 share, 2 share, 50 share, 10% of shares. Like you got Oprah Winfrey that owns part of Weight Watchers and things like that. So each time you buy 1 share in any company, it's like you own a piece of that company. And however that company does, whether they do good or bad, that's how your returns will happen. It could go up and it could go down. So basically with the stocks, it is a way for your money to work for itself without you doing anything. It's money that you basically just put to the side, and you can use that money to purchase stocks, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you how. Put some links up in the comments while we're doing this right here, so that way you can see how it all works and how it can function, and you can understand it on a clear level. Now, today I'm not going to break it down to pieces to tell you all the definitions and all that. I don't know all that. I'm just going to tell you the information that I've discovered so that way I can understand it in my way. You do have, like stock brokers, you have groups and people that make decisions and charge people for fees and, things like that. That happens, and some of those are really good. We have Mr. Willis that'll be coming to us and let us know what type of services he offers, because this does require you to sit down and do some research on the companies that you are thinking about investing your money in and the companies that you want to own. You really do need to know how to decide which company you want to buy interest in or not. And sometimes if you don't have the time for that, you can then go out and find a broker or find someone that would advise you on how to make moves when it comes to the stock options. But me and myself and I decided that I wanted to learn the ground root myself before I go out and hire anybody. That's just what I decided that I wanted to do. So I started, buying and trading stocks so I can understand the basic knowledge that I need to understand so I can make the best decision for myself. So that's just how I started out. Now, eventually, when my portfolio has gotten bigger and, I need someone to manage it, you have people like Mr. Willis. You have Boyce Watkins that also give training classes about stocks and how it works and how to invest, and give you more detailed definitions on it and things of that nature that you can also look into. And Willis is also an affiliate of Boyce Watkins. If you've never heard of BoyceWatkins.com, Dr. Boyce Watkins, just go to drboycewatkins.com, and I'll post the link in the comments for that too. But I did learn a lot of information of how to start out when it comes to the stocks through Boyce Watkins. And also a lady named Melanie Hobson, Melody Hobson, Hobson. You want to write her down. Look at a few of her videos. She's one of the only black female that is the CEO of Ariel Investments. with Ariel Investments, you pretty much put your money into them, and they have different programs, but you can invest your money with Ariel Investments, and then they then decide where to invest your money. That's the brokerage process. So, you know, that's another opportunity that I probably use later on once I've built my portfolio. If I want someone to manage my portfolio or, you know, make decisions on my funds, I would use, like I said, Willis, Boyce Watkins, or Ariel Investments, which is Melanie Hobson. Those are my three go-to people when it comes to how I make decisions on my stocks. Okay, so what we want to talk about this morning is I just want to give y'all just an introductory period, just so that way you can understand it on a simple level. Again, I'm not getting like way into details to break down definitions and things like that. All right, so we're just here to make sure that we can you can have a general understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing it and how you're doing it. So stocks, you can make money on it. Okay, simple money without you doing anything. Like I said, you put money to a side and you buy and sell stock from it, and you have to be able to watch the movement, the actions of the company that you plan to purchase, so you know if you want to get some immediate money from it or you just want to build up a long-term plan. There's two things you want to think about. When you're deciding that you want to go on the stock, what is it that you want to build? You want to build a portfolio. There's two types of portfolios that you can make a choice that's best for you. There's a long-term portfolio where you're just buying stocks like companies that's been in business for years and years, and you know they ain't going nowhere. You know, simple stuff like Bleach, Clorox. They have where they selling stocks, and I'll show you how to look that up or give you the links of how you can look that up. And make sure I'm sure y'all got y'all notes and y'all pen and paper before y'all start this play, because I'm gonna start writing. I'm gonna give y'all some things that y'all definitely want to write down. But you have companies like Clorox. You know you use bleach. Everybody is using bleach. So is that something that you want to maybe own a piece of Clorox? But then you go onto the Yahoo website, which I use Yahoo and Seeking Alpha, but we'll get to that later too. And I go on there and I type up Clorox. You usually have a 3-letter code or two. Well, it could be in more than 3 letters because AT&T is just T. That's their code. So there's codes to each company, and you find out exactly what's the cost for Clorox, you know, stock. So I'm going to go to yahoo.com, Yahoo Finance. Well, finance.yahoo.com, and at the top I'm going to just type Clorox, okay? And when you type Clorox into yahoo.com, I'm going to put, hold on, skip, oh, this thing here running crazy. Okay, Clorox Company. Right now, Clorox is $136.37 per stock. Do I want to invest that kind of money in Clorox? Not right now. That's a little bit much to me. We want to find something that's a little bit in our budget. That's something maybe long term, once I done build up some stock that got some money from it. And I said, it might be worth it for me to invest in Clorox, so I spend $136. But that's not, you don't necessarily have to go that route. So whatever company it is that you're interested in, or if it's a certain type of supply that you use all the time, that no matter what, you know you are always spending your money on that thing, then you might as well, you know, decide, do you want to own a piece of that company or not? If you do, you do your research on that company, see what the investment amount will be to be able to own per share. All right? So some of the things like that has been in the news here lately, I can tell you, is like AT&T. Like AT&T had their code is just the letter T. AT&T is now buying Times Warner. So since that has happened, okay, their stock has been going up for over the next few days. Like I remember seeing AT&T stock like last year sometime at $20-something. And right now today, the stock for AT&T is $42.36. Now, that's one share. Now that's more likely. Because if I got some money saved up to the side and I'm going to invest some money, I got maybe $100. Let me just go on and tab in a couple of shares. Just a little few. Just so that way you build yourself a little bit at a time. So you don't necessarily have to stress yourself or, make this, to where it has to be stressful for you. The way I see it is, personally, I have a problem with saving money. If I got money sitting in the savings account, okay, let's keep it real. If I got money sitting in the savings account and it's something that I really, really, really want, and I know that money sitting in the savings account, I'm going to that savings account and get that money and go buy what it is that I really want. Then I put the money back in the savings account, but I still am going to go to the savings account and get that money because that's something that I really, really want. Okay, that's for the people that's not as disciplined. I'm well with my truth. Okay, so basically, when you get into the stocks, this is like you saving money. You're giving yourself an opportunity to make money on top of the money you're saving, and you just can't touch it. You can't go into Charles Schwab or E-Trade or, any of those companies and say, oh, let me take that money out just like that when you done bought the stock. Okay, so once the stock is bought, you either got to make a decision. Do you want the stock to sit there and you just gain as much money as you want on those stocks over a long period of time? Or do you want to, have a short-term plan where you just buying stocks, and that's when you get more into penny stocks, because penny stocks is like 1 cent per stock or 2 cents, 5 cents, 80 cents per stock. And then time the stock jump up to, let's say, $12 per stock. You sell your stock of those penny stocks. Now you have immediate profits that goes into your account. Okay, so I hope I explained that properly. I definitely don't want to go all over the place, but this is how you can have a better understanding of how and what you can decide as far as how you want to establish your stock portfolio. So again, because I see some more people just jumped in, BitBlock. Big up to you, BitBlock, because BitBlock already got his stock account up, and I'm pretty sure you already made some plays, some trades. So congratulations, BitBlock, and Stalicia, I see you here. So when you open it up and you decide to get into the stock world, basically you are saving your money and you putting into stocks, because those stocks could very well make you money over a long period of time. All right, so you have a choice. You have to decide. When you decide, okay, I'm going to get into this stock thing, are you going to create and focus on long-term portfolio or short-term portfolio? Long-term portfolio is you getting those businesses, stuff that you know that you buy all the time. They ain't going nowhere. General Electric, GE, I have them. I have stock in that. Nike, they ain't going nowhere. They long-term companies. So you buy those stocks a little bit at a time. You stock them up in your portfolio, and you know that stocks is just sitting in your portfolio over the years. Now, what also is very beneficial with the long-term portfolio is a lot of these companies pay dividends, where some companies pay dividends on a monthly basis. Some companies pay dividends on a 3-month or a yearly basis. And when you decide in what company you're going to put in your long-term portfolio, these are the things that you're going to research on the tools that I'll give you throughout the video. You research to find out how often does this company pay dividends, and how much dividends do they pay of every stock. If you got a company that's paying, let's say, $1 and some change on dividends on a monthly basis, that's a pretty good, that's all right there. So maybe you want to invest in this particular company because of the fact they paying high dividends on a monthly basis. And this is where you maybe want to put in to, set yourself up to where you buy 2 stocks at a time. And I'm slowing down, so I see them slowing down. So if you decide dividends, how many of the company do you want to put in your portfolio? So every time dividends, if I got stocks, that's 10 times $1 something, whatever cent, because you got 10, 100, 200 shares of stock in that particular company. So when you are focusing on building a long-term portfolio, which is what I am doing, I usually stick with companies that are long-term and pay higher dividends. That's what I look for. So I go to my 2 resources. I do my researches on the company. Look at their trends, their ups, their downs. What plans do they got going forward? Say, for example, in regards to the plans, Fitbit. Y'all remember that Fitbit watch? Last year, I was watching Fitbit a lot. But Fitbit wasn't really coming up with nothing too new. It was just like a season thing. It'll go up one Sunday, come out with something new, and then the stock just get a little flat. Won't move nowhere. So I kept watching, you know, Fitbit and reading the news to see when they going to come out with something new. Because if I know that Fitbit coming out with something new, let's say for Christmas, then I want to go ahead and get some Fitbit stocks right now. That's probably, at the time when I was last watching it, was like $11, $12 a share for Fitbit. So $11, $12 a share, I'm going to put about $100 and get about 10 shares of that. So that way I have those 10 shares of Fitbit sitting there. So when they come out with something new in Christmas time, what if the shares, when they come up with something new, those shares then jump up to, let's say, $50-something a share? Now that's something more in a short-term portfolio. I would automatically think, let me go on and sell Fitbit around Christmas time to get that extra $40 or whatever the case may be in my account. All right? And then when you get the money that you sold it, to get that extra money from it, then use that money to buy some other type of stocks. Always lock your money up to where you can't touch it, and it will make money for you without you doing nothing but just paying attention to it. And that's what these folks been doing. They've been watching how we spend our money as folks, trillions of dollars that we spend in this country. They know our trends. They know how we spend our money. And they invest and buy stocks in those companies, okay, that we buy from. But since now they sleep and we woke, we got to reverse the tables. Like I said in the video before. When I start giving you the tools on the websites that you go to research these, you know, different stocks in the news, you have to think about these type of things. Oh, you know what? Before I even go there, something that kind of disturbed me yesterday. Write down these codes. Write down code GEO. And then write down the second code is CXW. This is something that touched my heart that I want to explain to y'all about these stocks. And then I'm going to tell y'all how to set it up and all that. I just want to give y'all some background first. These 2 companies are 2 of the top companies that fund and own the private prison system. Now, Obama abolished the private prison system, kind of broke that down before he left. But Trump has now put that back into place. That's why I've discovered who Angela Rye is, because she posts the plan to actually put it back into place. So since that happened, I seen in this article company GEO and company CXW. And these companies right now, guys, that own the private prison system, their stocks was really down a couple months ago when Obama abolished it. But now that it's back into play, the stock is rising like on a daily basis. So it's like, do I want to fund the private prison system? Because they're going to make money anyway. And it's right now at $48.92. And this morning when I woke up and looked at it, it was like at a 41-something dollars. So that's $8. So if I had bought this GEO Group stock this morning, about maybe 8 o'clock this morning, it was 41 something if I'm not mistaken. And now at this time, it's now at $48.92. And I turned around and said it. I just made $8 just by doing my morning thing just like that. And the reason that this GEO company and this CXW company is rising like that is because now here we go again. The private prison system's back functioning properly. It's not going nowhere. They can still make money, but the thing is, they got to keep bodies in this prison. So now we got to deal with that. So would I really invest and buy some stock in these 2 companies? No, I would not. because I don't like their cause. I don't like what they're using the money for. Because that what they're using the money for is affecting us. And it's affecting our culture and our people that's in prison. And y'all can come out with the same foolishness trying to put us in jail. Or maybe y'all the one gonna be in jail. You know, maybe I do need to put some money in there, because y'all gonna be, we gonna be waiting and we gonna be building, and y'all over here with this foolishness getting locked up. And maybe I should, but I would not put my money into these two companies. But I have these two companies on my watch list because it just applauds me how people are really investing their money in these two companies to support private prisons, and they're making money off of it. So these are some of the things that you got to kind of look at when you're searching the companies. Now, companies that you do want to definitely look into is a lot of the pharmaceutical companies. And the reason why I say pharmaceutical companies, we drinking our teas, we drinking our herbs, we ain't trying to go to the hospital unless it's an accident somewhere, and we darn sure ain't taking no medications. Why not make the money? Because they gonna take the medications. And the people that's still refusing to wake up and eat the foods and change your eating habits and get right in the zack, if you continue to refuse to do so, you're gonna be sick, you're gonna take the medication, but I'm gonna make sure I'm not taking the medication. So the pharmaceutical drugs is still gonna sell. So do I wanna own a piece of the company and get some money off of that too? Of course I would. Of course I would. That's what they've been doing to us all this long time. That's why we ain't know nothing. See, in high school and school and elementary school, y'all ain't had no stock classes to tell y'all about the financial market. These are conversations that they had at their dinner tables with their teen kids. While we over here buying our kids J's and toys and gadgets for Christmas, and this is real, I'm telling y'all, on all the studies that I've did, the man say he never bought his child nothing but a stock when it comes to holidays. So the little boy friends will call, what did you get for Christmas? Oh, I got stock in IBM. And everybody got shoes and they got this, and this little boy getting IBM. Well, guess what happened to this boy after he became an adult, after his parents and bought him 1 share or 2 shares or 10 shares or some kind of stocks all throughout his life. And he now 21 years old with a massive portfolio that have gained dividends over all those years, and now he's sitting here a millionaire off stocks. They ain't going to buy foolishness and the stuff that y'all going to buy, and then the stuff ain't even there next year and y'all buy over again. These folks is buying their kids stocks, and they having conversations at the table like I'm having conversations with you right now. They having conversations at the table teaching their kids at home, not in school. We expecting them to really sit down in school and tell us how the financial market going, and we supposed to know that? Do you imagine if all of us really known that? All these trillions of dollars that we've been going to spend on name brands, like the little boy post I posted yesterday. Okay, we spending on name brands. Imagine if we would have had all that money in stocks and building up stocks everywhere. 30% of white men in the U.S., but 70% of those white men own corporate companies and millionaires, and a lot has to do with owning stocks. They don't work for the company. They ain't packing Clorox bleach and send it to nobody. We just own a piece because we buy a share in the stock. The stock go up and down. You lose money, you gain money. This is why we was not taught about this in school. So it's our responsibility now to just get the basic knowledge and just start. I'm still learning. This is why I'm not finna go through this video and give you no whole detail of what definitions is. Again, this is a video for a point of reference. You have to start somewhere. So how did I start? I started from Charles Schwab. You got E-Trade. I can't remember any of the other ones. That's the only one I can pop up to my mind. But when you hear from Mr. Willis, or you link up with Mr. Willis in the group, I'm pretty sure he has many options of who you can set up with, but I use Charles Schwab. I signed up with Charles Schwab. I linked my savings account, okay, through my bank to my Charles Schwab account, and I also have direct deposit. When you sign up for Charles Schwab, I'm going to put the link for you to sign up. When you sign up for Charles Schwab, you will see something about fees. But if you have a direct deposit, at least $100 going into your Charles Schwab account on a monthly basis, you do not have to pay those fees. Okay? So you basically put your money into Charles Schwab or whatever, company you decide to go with. And every 2 weeks, I put my savings money from my paycheck goes into that Charles Schwab account. So as I'm watching the markets and I decide that I want to buy a piece of AT&T right now because they're going to be growing and their money going to go up, then I just log into my Charles Schwab account and I make a trade. I buy the stock. Just like that. Myself. Because before you get into hiring other brokerage and companies to handle your portfolio, you need to at least know the basic foundational knowledge of what even they're going to be doing before you just let somebody just decide on your money at the same time. You need to know like the basic stuff of how to actually make those transactions and see how it flow and see how it function and know it for yourself before you decide to hire a bigger brokerage company to make those decisions for you. So this is how I learn it. So I make my own trades and I look at the news and I read the, what's happening with the companies and decide if my gut feelings tells me that you need to get that right now, or you need to sell that right now, or you need to put this in your long-term portfolio and maybe play with this for your short-term, so I can understand what's happening. So when I do have a big, huge, massive portfolio set up, let's say 5-6 years down the line, and I go to a brokerage company, I can say, listen, brokerage company, this is how this is set up, and this is how my system flow, and this is what I'm looking for. If you do that right now and you just put your hands in the big old brokerage company and you just put all your money there and they decide for you, I wouldn't recommend that. To be honest, you at least want to know the basics. So I signed up with Charles Schwab, an individual brokerage account with Charles Schwab. I'm going to post the link directly to sign up for. No, actually for Charles Schwab, take that back. If you are interested in opening, it's free. You don't pay any money for it. If you're interested in opening an account with Charles Schwab, you got to put in your email address in the comments because I have to email a link to you from my account. Okay, and I'll email it to you afterwards if you choose that you want to go with Charles Schwab. But like I said, you got E-Trade, you got other people. Just set up an account. That's number one. No matter what you know or don't know, just set the account up. Then when you set the account up, then you decide, okay, I'm going to transfer at least $100 savings, your savings, okay, money that you save that you absolutely know that you can't touch, and you direct deposited that into your Charles Schwab account. And as you are reading the news and you finding out what company is doing what, you look into it, you log into your account, and you make the purchase and you buy the stock. When you log into your Charles Schwab account, it is easy like 1, 2, 3. It's going to show you all the companies that you bought. It's going to tell you how, if it gone up, if it went down, what it's trending like. You will always be able to readily see. You see an app on your phone, you'll know exactly what your company and what your stock is doing on a daily basis. You just have to build the relationship with it. So type in your email address. I'll email you a link from Charles Schwab through my account, and you will sign up an individual brokerage account. All right. Also, start getting your kids some stocks, especially if you got babies. If you got babies, these indigo kids, even if you buy 5 shares of stocks for those kids every year, every birthday, they got a stock. Because if it's in a long-term portfolio and that company actually is paying dividends, let's say on a monthly basis, even a lot of dividends could be 20 cents, 40 cents. When I see a dividend that's over $1, that's raising an eye for me, to be honest. If I see a dividend that's over $1, oh, that's nothing now. Let me take this. Look at this right here, because if I work it up to where I can get 100 shares of that company, and I can at least get $1 each share off that one company, that's $100 I can be earning from that particular stock on a monthly basis. So I would definitely look into a stock if they got high dividends, straight up. And that will be a long term. So I don't care how they up and going down and what's going on in the business over the long term. My plan is I want to stack up those dividends in my account over a 10, 25 year period of time. And if you got kids right now at, let's say, 2 years old or newborn, and you instead of buying stocks for those kids over the time they turn 18, 21 years old, your child is a millionaire off stocks. And your child gonna be wondering why in the world you giving them an envelope every holiday when they friends and over here getting shoes and materialistic stuff. And by the time they turn 21, your child is a millionaire, and them children over there struggling, trying to keep up with the fashions and look like the little boy on the post that I posted yesterday. That's exactly what the churn looked like. When you want to get a churn, just get a churn, just get a churn. They ain't working hard for nothing. Because money, you cannot survive and breathe money. You can't. You need purpose. And in order for you to fulfill your purpose, we all know you got to buy something, invest money in something. So this is a great way for us to tap into that side of the world and do a little bit at a time, because these stocks are not that much money, not all of them, especially when it comes to penny stocks. Because of the fact that I don't know everything, now that I'm introducing this to you guys, y'all got to help me out. Y'all gotta let me know something going on with the stock. Mr. Withers will post all the time, check out this company, check out this company. This company going up over the last 5 days. Look like they're going to continue to go up. Give you another example. Facebook, when Facebook first started and got an IPO and went public. When people say, oh, we're going public, that means they on the stock market, okay? So when Facebook first started, I think Facebook stock was maybe like 20, so probably have been less than that, but what I'm familiar with, it was like $20-something per share for Facebook. And now Facebook is maintaining over $100 per share for Facebook. So you know your kids, $135, 135.44 cents right now is for Facebook. So, and all your kids and all of us right now using Facebook. So imagine if I had to went in and bought about 10 shares of Facebook back then when it was $25 a share. Today it's $135. I can make a decision. Am I going to leave this in here because maybe it'll go up? Amazon is over $600 per share. Amazon started just like Facebook at one point, where Amazon was just $100 and something when ain't none of us was shopping from Amazon. But now all of us, especially we getting our books, everything, our capsule machines, we getting everything off Amazon. Amazon is now over $600 a share. So Facebook right now is $135. If I hadn't bought Facebook years ago when I seen it at $25 and I cash in right now, I'm over 75% of money I just profited just like that. I'm not going to Facebook Corporate Center going to clock in every day, but yet I'm making money. And I can say that I own a piece of Facebook. Because when you own shares, you own a piece of that business. That's why they have to pay you dividends based on their profits. It is some companies out here that don't pay dividends at all. So you have to know how to do your research. Now, when it comes to the penny stocks, I want y'all to research. I'm just going to touch on it right now because I want y'all to research and share some information about these penny stocks. The marijuana industry is banging in the penny stock industry right now. I did have some codes for some marijuana industries, and I think that I have on my watch list. Okay, while I'm looking for this about the marijuana, let me tell y'all about the watch list. How do I watch? Where do I keep and store all the companies that I'm watching? First of all, you're going to go to Yahoo Finance. I use finance.yahoo.com. That's who I personally use. But there's many people that has a portfolio. Charles Schwab has a portfolio that you can store all the companies that you want to watch and see how they doing. There's many ways that you can watch it. But I'm on Yahoo every single day, so I find it more easy for me to I don't know why I just logged me out. It's for more easy for me to just go on Yahoo and be able to see exactly what my choices are. because I'm visiting every day. So when I go to my Yahoo, you go to Yahoo Finance, and you're going to see something that says My Portfolio and Markets, okay? You log in or make an account, or however, whatever avenue that you decide to use. Yahoo I use. I also use SeekingAlpha.com. SeekingAlpha.com. Hold on, I'm going to put it in the notes right now. Okay, hold on, guys. All right, I got y'all email. So I'm going to go ahead and put Seeking Alpha in here right now. All right. I use Seeking Alpha for a few reasons. With Seeking Alpha, you can get a lot of the history that's going on with the company. You can find out a lot of information with what companies to look into. And when you go to SeekingAlpha.com, you're going to see at the top where it's My Portfolio. You can also put your watch list there. And what's good about Seeking Alpha is when you put your watch list here, if something happens with any company that's on your watch list that you need to know about right away, they'll send you an email about it. They'll send you an email and say, oh, look, Amazon going up right now. Or, oh, wait a minute. Be aware of Nike right now. You know, they send you alerts, and these are people that goes in here and they give advice on what to purchase and what to look into. So on my watch list in Seeking Alpha, I have Amazon. See, y'all say earlier, damn, I ain't watched this in a minute, but earlier I mentioned that Amazon was $600 and something per share. That was a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Amazon right now today is at $845 per share. So that means if I had $600 a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and would have bought at least 2 shares in Amazon 2 months ago, I could turn around and sell my 2 shares of Amazon right now for $845, 6, 7, 8, and maybe around, you know, 200 or less profit for just like that. From money, saving money that I didn't want to touch. I ain't watch this. Sometimes I don't watch it every day because I don't want to make it like a habit like that. But I know some of y'all gonna be watching it every day, and I hope y'all do. But this is real. I done kind of stalled right now because I'm looking like, wait a minute, Amazon is not $845 right now. I just saw Amazon like $600 and something a couple of months ago. Now I'm mad. Like, for real? Oh. Anyway, I have Amazon on here. I have Chipotle on here. I watch them. I watch Facebook. I watch Fitbit. Oh, see? Fitbit has not come out with anything no time soon. You don't really hear nobody saying nothing about Fitbit. Fitbit is $6.15 per share right now. $6.15. So what would I do with that information? I'll go into Seeking Alpha. I will click on Fitbit. I'll read the news. What's happening? Is they coming out with something new? Do they got new management? What they gonna do about their low season right now? What time of the year they're going to take to go back up? Should I get $6.50? That ain't nothing, though. But should I really maybe get like 20 shares? But it just really depends on what they're going to do. You got to think about it. 2 terms that I want y'all to remember in the stock market. Bullish and bearish. Because when you are researching these different companies, you are deciding if you're going to make a bull move or you're going to make a bearish move. A bearish move means that I'm looking at Fitbit and I just don't see how it's going to go up. So I might be a little bearish on Fitbit still. Even though last year when Fitbit was coming out with something new, I saw it was like $12 and something share. I mentioned that earlier. But now I'm looking at Fitbit. So if I had bought it at $12, I'm now only looking at $6 a share for Fitbit. So Fitbit just be, I don't know sometimes, because Fitbit, they only make a lot of money when they got something new coming out, and they don't have something new coming out all the time. So I will be a little bearish, and I've always been a little bearish on Fitbit. It's just that I get bullish with Fitbit after I see the bull that went up, and I'm like, dang, I should have, dang, maybe I should have got it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to follow your heart. If you think long, you think wrong. If it pop up into your mind and you don't open up your account, look, go ahead and do Fitbit. Don't trust yourself. Go on and do it, because you know I'm tripping right now on Amazon, because like I thought $600 was a lot, but now I'm $800. I could have made like $200. Now I really got to see if I can put some money together. Go ahead and get me some Amazon, because Amazon got them drones that's about to be coming out and dropping packages at your door, and they always got something new coming up and popping off. They are killing our retail stores. Like, retail stores got to close down everywhere because Amazon is taking over. So I really can't see how Amazon could reach to a point where they could be over $1,000 a share for real. Them shares can go like real skyrocketing for Amazon. So is it even worth it? $800? Now that's a little bit much. So maybe I wonder if it'll go back down to $600. But how is Amazon gonna go back down when they still coming out with something new all the time? But of course, I don't have no $600 nor $800 to invest in Amazon right now. So let me just go on back on in the pay range that I can work on. So I build up my portfolio, and I build up my portfolio while I got $600 sitting in my charge straw. Then I say, let me go on and put that in the Amazon right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be realistic with yourself with the thing. Make it fun and understandable for you. All right. So I got Fitbit in here. Fitbit right now is $6.15 a share. It has gone up 1 point from yesterday, so it's okay. Gold, I have stock in gold, but not only do I have stock in gold, I buy gold bars. Let me tell y'all something. Gold, like pure gold, y'all ever see how they have, especially in the hood neighborhoods, we buy gold, and have people standing on the corner spinning those signs, bring your gold scraps. I never understood why a lot of those places, especially in the urban black neighborhoods, like they coming over there and they want to get our gold, and pawn shops with all that gold. Why? Because gold has value that never goes away. Gold will always increase. So I've started buying gold 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, not 2 weeks. 2 years ago, I started buying gold bars. Another way to lock up my savings money. So I'll take maybe like $30, $50, sometimes $60, depending on how it's going up and down. I'll take about $60 and buy me just a little, a quarter piece of gold, build it up to where it can get to an ounce level, and just have that gold sitting. So that way, some shit pop off in America, and money ain't worth nothing. You ain't nobody taking your dollars for nothing, because it done already depleted itself. I'm going to always have the ability to use my gold, because you can sell that gold. You can always sell gold. So I have little gold bars that I purchased from AppMex. That's another way to invest your saving money and have, especially if you got babies. If you got babies, start buying them some gold pieces. Lock up their money that way. So that way, and have your gold. I mean, have the gold shipped to you. And then maybe you can, if you got enough of it, go to the bank, get a safe deposit box. Keep your gold there. I got a lock. Keep my gold there. And you just pile up on that gold. Because gold will always be worth some money. If you're having hard times right now, you go look on the system. Okay, right now I see gold is $94 per share. Will gold go up? Of course, gold gonna always go up. So I would invest. If I have $94.77, I would invest money in the gold right now, because gold has way more money, more value than money does. All right. So I also buy gold bars from APMEX, and I'm also going to post that in the notes. That's for gold bars. All right. So y'all can see that too. All right. So I'm going back to my Seeking Alpha watch list. I got Nike in here. I purchased Nike, I think, at $53. It's right now today at $57. I want to make sure that I'm going to purchase me a couple more shares of Nikes over the years, especially around the time when y'all kids going to school and y'all spending $200-300 on some shoes. While y'all spending money on them shoes, I'm waiting on dividends to come in. I'm just keeping it real. I don't wear J's. I'm not a tennis shoe person. So y'all go stand in line and I collect the dividends. Thank you. Yeah, so they coming up. They're coming out for Christmas. They're coming up for school and they're coming up for Christmas. I bought Nike shares, was it last year? It may have been a year and a half, 2 years. Because I got some for Alexis too. Me and Alexis both got Nike. And I think I bought it for her birthday present. Not last year, 2 years ago. I bought Nike. And it has been going up and down. But that's something I don't necessarily watch all the time. Because Nike ain't going nowhere. Now, we all waking up and we all conscious right now. And I see a lot of people ain't spending their money on Jordan. So if I start seeing what sales start going down on the Nikes because we done woke up and we no longer spending our money on these folks things, then I probably consider going ahead and selling the shares out. But for right now, Nike is very long-term. They're very stable with earning money. They have all kind of products even outside of the shoes. They got clothes. They got all kind of stuff. So Nike is something that you would want to consider in your long-term well, I think so, in my long-term portfolio. Same thing with GE, General Electric. I have in my portfolio, I have 10 shares of a company that's called Black Forest. They usually have something to do with real estate, like people that, you know, invest money in buying real estate property. If you don't have the time, you don't have the focus and all that to actually get into real estate like that, then there are companies that that is public that you can invest your money in. Depends on how the real estate market is going. You get dividends. They pay monthly dividends. I got 10 shares at a time because it was only like, I think maybe $12 a share at the time, so I just got 10 of them. And that's how I do. I just put my money in my Charles Schwab account every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, it's at least $100 going into that account. When I see something that's going up and down, something I need to pay attention to, I go and log in my Charles Schwab account and I just, you know, make the purchase. And then with the money, if I have money, because it's like an account, so you have access to your money. If you have the money direct deposited into your Charles Schwab account and you need your money, you just transfer the money, send the money to yourself. It's like a bank account. And there is no fees when you are just having your money sit there. Your money could be making money when you purchase the stocks. Okay. Now, of course, do they charge a fee? Of course they charge a fee. They charge a fee per trade. So every time you purchase a stock, you always add that $6.95 to the purchase of the stock, because that's how they make their money when you make the trade and you making the trade yourself. All right. So that's how I flow. That's my relationship with Charles Schwab. But I also, like I said, use seekingalpha.com to get all the information that I need to know about the companies that I'm interested in. So I'm telling y'all right now, definitely look into penny stocks. It's a matter of cents. Well, the stocks are cents, guys, cents. It's a perfect way for you to play, for you to start, for you to just put something in there. You know, research of what's going on in the marijuana industry. Y'all know the marijuana industry is going to blow up. It is going to blow up. So that's definitely something I've been looking into. Mr. Willis did give us some ideas in regards, I can't remember the codes. I'm sure he's going to mention it. On some other companies that, you know, the stocks are doing very well, they go up. So you always want to pay attention to those companies where the stocks are going up and they're going up rapidly. Because if it's in your short-term portfolio, you can make immediate money by buying it at a low price. As soon as it go up to a high price, you sell it, you done made some money just like that. and that's more in your short-term portfolio. So you have companies that you buy stock in, that you play with, make immediate trades, like right away. Because you have people that's now millionaires, and that's all they do. They got these big old screen TVs all over, lined up in their room or their house or whatever the case may be. Lined up, they sit there, they watch the trends, they watch what goes up, what goes down, sell and buy, and they millionaires. I don't have time for that. I'm just building me a portfolio right now. If I wasn't working, you know, and just sitting home all day, that's probably something that I would be interested in doing, just sitting there and watch what goes up and down, what goes up and down. But that could become a little bit complicated. For us right now, let's worry about and start building us a foundation. Okay, a foundation to where we get a few stocks that we are interested in. Big Cartel is free. Big Cartel, oh, that's something else, another conversation, my bad. So yes, you get you focus on the companies that you know you shop at, you know, or you know you spend your money on that, and you always buying it, and you always visiting. Like Shell, I have stock in Shell gas station because I that's the gas that I put in my car, Shell. So I got about 5 Shells, and you know, 5 Shells in Shell. So when I go spend my money and buy my gas, they pay dividends, so I'm getting a little bit of my money back at the end of the day because I own a piece of Shell. So any companies that you know that you have interest in, or you shop at all the time, you might as well own a piece of it and just go one share at a time. It is no rule or no regulation that you must get 100 shares. You can buy one share at a time and decide if you want to, you know, make it stay and grow over time, or if you just want to watch it and see if it go up, where you can make some quick immediate money from it. So just remember, every time you search a company, you're going to think to yourself, am I bearish about this company? Which means you think that the stocks may go down, so you don't want to put your money in that right now. Or are you bullish in that company, wherein which you feel like that's going to increase over time, the way that Amazon has done. All right. So that's Seeking Alpha is where I do all my research. I find out, I create me a portfolio. That's how I'm watching a lot of companies in here. It tells you about the marketplace, dividends at the top. When you go into Seeking Alpha at the top, you're going to see something that says dividends. Now, that dividends is going to tell you a lot about those companies that pay high dividends. Yes, no, I did, Victor. I'm glad you asked that again because I talked about that earlier. And let me just repeat it. So he asked me about the prison system. So like I said, if you was in the very beginning of the live, I mentioned to you guys what's going on with the prison system. Victor, it's 2 codes, 2 companies that you want to know about the prison system. It's GEO Group, which is their code is GEO. So you can go into seekingalpha.com, or you go to yahoofinance.com. Let me put that in here. Okay, or you go to Yahoo Finance, and when you go there, you'll do search and you type in GEO, that's one company, or CXW, that's the second company. And these are the 2 companies that own much of the prison system. And because of the fact that Trump has decided to reinstate private prisons, the stock for these 2 companies is going up fast. Like I said earlier today, that when I woke up this morning and I looked at GEO was at $41 and something a share. And when I was talking about it in the beginning of this live, it was at $48. So I would have made, like, if I had owned a piece of GEO, I would have made $8 in a matter of a couple of hours, just at home washing my dishes and doing what I'm doing every day. Okay, but is that something I really want to own a piece of? Do I want to be an owner of the private prison system that's, you know, got our men, our kings, and just this whole system with the prison system? Do I want to really invest in that? 2 ways to think about it. One, if I'm gonna let a lot of them out, maybe some more of them will come out, And the way these other folks acting over here, they'll start filling up the prisons. Will I want to have my money? Maybe so. Make some money off them folks. But I think that the prison system is more affecting us right now. So I don't want to I just don't feel comfortable right now investing my money in those companies. But I have it on my watch list because it amazes me how people are actually really buying into those companies right now. They buying into it because the stock price is going up like about a minute. Like it's really going up. And it has been on the up ever since the article broke about, you know, it being reinstated. It's been going up from there. So I watch it because of that reason. So that's, but I don't think I will put my money into those two companies because of the fact that it's more affecting our culture than anything. So what I will put my money in is the marijuana industry because that's going to make money. It's something new. Those stocks could very well be an Amazon to where it's $6,000, $7,000 a share over time, over the next 4, 5, 6 years from now or so. I would definitely put my money in the marijuana industry, and I would definitely put my money in the pharmaceutical industry because, like I said before, I am right and exact. I'm working very hard to keep my body in an alkaline environment. I am not taking that medication, but that don't mean that medication is going to come off the stock market, and that don't mean that the medication is not going to be taken by other people. And for these people out here that don't want to listen and don't want to get your body right and exact and clean out your system, you have to be going to take that medication, but I'm not, so might as well make some money from it at the end of the day. If you're from the street, any kind of way, you know, hey, you don't want to use your own supply, but if you're going to make some money from it, you make some money off them folks because you don't want to be using your own supply when it comes to pharmaceutical drugs. But if it's something like gas, I'm inevitably going to be buying gas at Shell. I'm going to own 5 Shells or more of Shell. I buy gas at Shell. Or if you know for sure that you shop at Publix. I'm just thinking about that right now. Let me see what Publix Shells is because I shop at Publix all the time. Let me see what Publix looking like right now. I don't even know. Are they even public like that? They might not be because they ain't come up. So Publix may not be on the market like that. But when whatever companies that you can think of that you would be, you know, you buy all the time and you always into that or you always visiting that place, those are some of those long-term shares that you want to have under your block, okay, in your portfolio. So in Seeking Alpha, you have at the top it say dividends, that you can read a whole lot of articles about companies that pay high dividends. Because when you type in these companies, you're going to see something that look like a little grid. And these grids will tell you what the lowest cost per share was over the last 52 weeks versus what the highest cost per share was over the last 52 weeks. You'll see 52 weeks highs, 52 weeks lows. You'll also see dividend rates. Like I'm looking at Amazon, I don't see no dividend rates, so they may not be paying dividends, but the stock going up so high. I mean, like, wow, if I had paid $600 for the Amazon, you know, last year, a few months ago, about 6 months ago or so, I could be banking almost $200 right now. That really tripped me out. Michael Kors. Y'all ladies out here, y'all like y'all Michael Kors bags. Y'all Michael Kors on money anyway. You might own bags, especially if you know you're gonna spend your money on the Michael Kors bags. I have Michael Kors bags. I have 2 of them. I'm not a label person, but do I want to own shares at $37.30 per share? You heard it. I can own Michael Kors, a piece of Michael Kors for $37.30. And most of y'all spending $300, $400, $500 on one bag. But do you own a piece of the company though? This is the kind of transition we got to think in our mindset. You done spent about $300, $400, $500 on that pocketbook, on the bag, the perfume, the belt, all that. And one share is $37. And it could go up, which it went up 2 points. It's up 5%, maybe from this morning. And the highs in the last 52 weeks, and so I might need to get in this course again. Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to go on and snatch some more cores. Anyway, the 52-week high for Michael Kors was at $59.49. So in the last 52 weeks, Michael Kors stock went up to $59. Right now, it's $37. Y'all get it, right? I want to make sure y'all understand where I'm coming from. Somebody type something before I finish going, because I'm about to slap myself right now. I've been going back and forth with this with this Michael Kors. Like, do I need to get this shell? I really need to bite the bullet and get this shell right now, for real, because they can easily go back up to $59. Is Michael Kors coming out with a new bag? Is they got something new coming out? Maybe I got to look into the news and find out what Michael Kors got going on, because right now they almost at the low. The lowest they've been in 52 weeks was at $34. Right now, today, it's at $37. The highs is at $59. So then this is how you decide, maybe I need to add Kors to my portfolio right now, even if it's maybe a short term. Because time I see what Michael Kors will jump up to, like, they come out with some big fantastic bag that everybody, all y'all going to go buy in. And then now the shell jump up to $80. I'm going to be mad as hell tonight and spend these $37 a day. So I think you're right. Somebody just post, I think you're right. Yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get the Kors. Maybe some of y'all open up y'all Charles Schwab today. Hang up, especially if you got a Kors bag in your closet, or you catch it, or you carrying Michael Kors anything. Invest $37.30 on own share of Michael Kors. Michael Kors also, I don't see they pay dividends though. They got a report on him. Look on Seeking Alpha. All right. I don't see anything about the dividends, but I have to look more into it. But this is it. This is a perfect site, seekingalpha.com, so to teach you how to do history on what to put in your portfolio and what not to put in your portfolio. So that's the basics. Stocks can be so easy for us. We have to tap that side. They've been using that system on us for a long time, guys. We be going out here blowing all this money, spending all this money on some nonsense. I was watching another video this morning. The lady, the president of United Bank, and she was like mentioning, like, you know, money goes through our hands, through our culture, through our community in a matter of 6 hours. Time we get money, we go spend that money on an Arab family because they own the stores in the block, on the Caucasian family or the European family because we going to buy those name brands, like that picture that I posted yesterday, and you guys made some, you know, great comments as far as what you saw in that picture with the little boy and the Louis Vuitton. But that's how we've been spending our money, guys. While these people over here just buying these stocks and owning money and getting dividends off the money that we spending into that. So we got to switch that thing around. All right. To limit some of these holiday spending on gifts and get your kids some stocks. Start them early, because Ariel Investments, which I didn't post that link, it's a great, she got videos on her website too, where she give great advice on buying and selling stock as well. Her name is Melanie Hobson. She's the president of Ariel Investments. One thing I like about Ariel Investments, they have a camp where the kids, the students in the class, she has a school, I can't remember where it is, but she has a class where these kids are actually trading their own stocks in class. They are graduating with thousands of dollars in their portfolio, like for real. And she is the only black woman that's in the financial industry like that, that is a president of an investment company. And it's just not many of us that is into stocks like that. And they've been making money on us like that for a very long time. So we got to get in. You know, they sleep, we awake. We got to stay woke. We got to get in and start understanding how these stocks work, what company you can put in your bank. And it could be just that money that you saving that you know you can't touch because it's in a stock, and that stock will make money over time. So remember, you want to set up two things. You want to set up a long-term portfolio where you put in those long-term companies where you know that money just going to build over time, money that they pay high dividends. That should be in your long-term portfolio. And then now in your short-term portfolio, that could be companies like retail companies or name brand companies that may be coming out with something new. You want to do a short term and think about it on the short term level, because you know you're going to buy it at a low and you're going to sell it at a high. So that way you can make an immediate investment when it comes to your short-term portfolios. So again, this video is just a point of reference. I am not a pro. I am not a guru at this. I just started because I wanted to know, like, what is how this thing over here works. So I sat down, I read, I watched videos, I learned how to understand it for myself, and I started making my own trades myself. So by the time, again, my portfolio is worth thousands and thousands of dollars, and I can go to a brokerage and say, this is what I want you to do with my portfolio, instead of we just putting our money into people's hand and decide for us. Because sometimes these stock markets can go way down and you lose all your money, but then if you just keep your money down on a long time, these companies will come up with a way of how to increase their profits. So it's just you making the decision of who you want to own and who you want to be a part of and who's going to be in your portfolio, so you can make money the same way these folks make money. All right. So like I said, if you want the Charles Schwab link and want to open up your brokerage account with Charles Schwab, just make sure you got your email address in the comments. I'm going to log off and I'm going to go to my Charles Schwab account and send each of you a link where you can open up your Charles Schwab account. You're going to open up an individual brokerage account. You will need to add a bank account or direct deposit to it, and at least deposit $100 into the account, whether you buying or selling the stock or not, or whatever you're doing. Just make sure you depositing at least $100 in that account a month, so that way you are not charged any fees to have the account. And then you watch Yahoo Finance, you watch Seeking Alpha, you watch Ariel Investments. You get in contact with Mr. Willis. Mr. Willis also helped with credit repair. He helped you with registering your LLC. A lot of the things that you may not have time to do and you need somebody else to do it. Then yeah, contact a brokerage or contact Mr. Willis. Go to BoyceWatkins.com. Let me put his link in the comments as well, because he has a full laid out class of how to invest in stocks. And Boyce Watkins is really big on rebuilding Black Wall Street, in which we talked about that with y'all last week. He's real big on that. So he also offers classes and things like that if you can afford it. If not, there's a way you can find out how you can do it for yourself, how I'm telling you today. Just open your Charles Schwab account, start following the market, look at what the business is doing, find out what business you want to gain interest in, and start right there. Every so often I might come and do a video where we can talk about something else that we learned. But when you find out something, if you see that there's a stock that we all need to invest in, post it in the group. Hey, go look at this stock. Oh, it's a penny stock for marijuana right here. Y'all need to go check that out. Do the same thing that Mr. Willis is doing, so that way we can bust wide open this stock industry and slide in on these folks so they don't even see us coming. Okay, because it's time for us to wake up and get a piece of these pies for real. And they've been hiding this from us, and we ain't sitting at home having conversations with our kids about buying and selling those stocks. But that needs to start right now, because that's how these folks is raising their kids, and their kids 18, 19 years old, already millionaires and rich. Kids gravitate information quicker than we do as adults. Their minds are clicking, clicking, clicking. Even if you let them watch this video or you tell them a little bit about it and they can see how they can make money, then they'll sit there and read all the details. They're already on the computer playing games anyway. Teach them, inspire them to read the details and understand the market, and let them help you, especially your teenagers, because they'll grab a whole lot more information than you can. And they also have a whole lot more time to sit there and watch the market than you do. Who is Mr. Willis? Mr. Willis is in the group. And he has a brokerage company. He does, let me see if I can find him. He does credit repair. He has a company. He's affiliated with Boyce Watkins. So he does credit repair. He does real estate. He can talk to you about real estate investments, whatever you need, or you need some guidance or some consultation on how to start investing your money. Mr. Willis does that, and I believe it's $30 a month where he provides these services for you. And he will also give you some stock advisory to tell you what stocks to look into. And I've bought a couple of the stocks that he suggested on his wall. And when you even just go to his wall, you'll see well sometimes he'll post options or post stock options that you maybe want to look into. He will be coming to us with a live. I'm not sure when. He said he'll let me know, because he was supposed to do a live Thursday, but I went way over, so he wasn't able to do it. But he did reach out to us, and he'll let us know when he's able to do the live. All right. I'm going to post his link also in here, so that way you can just take a look at his page. You can inbox him. He's very down to earth, and he'll give you some information that you need. But just the basics, guys. Set you up a long-term portfolio, maybe a short-term portfolio. Charles Schwab, E-Trade, is quite a few other places that you can use. Start looking at the markets. Let's build up our stock portfolio and tap into that side of the world. It's about that time. Any other questions before I leave? Got to get ready for this photo shoot today. Anybody have any other questions before I leave? I'll give y'all a few minutes. And I'm about to log into my Charles Schwab account right now so I can start sending these emails of how you can open up your account. And like I said, just open the account. Just open it. Whether you got money to put it in there right now, at least open it and start paying attention to the markets, so that way you can kind of get the understanding of what it is that you're doing. And if you need help, y'all already know, just send me an inbox. We'll set up a time where I can, help you out as much as I can. And if you need help establishing the Charles Schwab, they have a chat that's very quick. When you on there, you can chat with somebody. They'll walk you through it. And they're very helpful over the phone as well. Ariel Investment. I did post hers. It's Ariel Investments. Melanie Hopkins. Let me type her name. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to type her name. One of my favorite videos that she did.
Let's suppose that you're writing a really important email to a...
I'm going to put this in here for you guys so you can check her out. That's Melanie Hobson. All right, she's there. I get a lot. I went into the Ariel Investment site, and that's why I started, learning about her tips and glossary, different terms I need to understand. I usually go to her site to get a general understanding about that. All right. You need help, Block? I got you, baby. Ariel Investments. And I did put Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha is going to be your best friend. Seeking Alpha is going to be your best friend. Trust me. Let me post that again. Seeking Alpha is where you do all your research and get the details of how the company doing. It's a lot of great information in there. If you're looking specifically for dividends, I just post the link specifically for companies with dividends on Seeking Alpha. Set you up an account. If somebody posts something about a company, jot down the code, put the code in your watch list so that way you can be watching it. Any other questions before I leave? Yes, ma'am. Seeking Alpha. I just posted a link in the comments. I post a link in the comments so that way you can see it. Yep, that's it. You just liked it. And click on that. You can set up an account in there. I use that. I also use Yahoo Finance. And it's like I go to Yahoo Finance. I see all the companies that I'm watching, and you know, all the companies that I looked up before. Oh, Canopy Growth Corporation. They'll look down. Okay, so here is a marijuana company that I've been watching for a while. It's two of them. One is TWMJF. T is in Tom, WMJF. Canopy Growth Corporation. Right now they're at $8. $8.91 per stock. This is one of those marijuana companies. I believe they are in Canada. I'm going to post a link so you can see it. All right. TWM. I've been watching them for a while. I just posted a link for you, Miss Felicia. I've been watching them for a while. That's one of the Canopy companies. Look like they have not been doing good. But because it's $8.91, that's probably something that I would put in my long term. Because, of course, the marijuana industry is going to grow. So, of course, you want to get those stocks at $8 right now. Mess around and it'll be like Amazon 3 years down the line. And it's all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So, that's something you want to look into. Also, SMG. That's another one that does marijuana. SMG, Scott's Miracle Grow Company. All right, so right now they are at $90, but they was also very low. I think the last year when I researched them, they was probably under $10 too. And right now today they're at $90 per share. But they also have other stuff, but they've tapped into the cannabis world. And these three people that I'm calling out for the marijuana industry right now, these people are getting the marijuana, but they are investing in the pharmaceutical companies that use the same marijuana and some drugs. Go figure that. Like, y'all fighting to make sure that it's not legal, yet the pharmaceuticals using it, pharmaceuticals company is using it to create pharmaceutical drugs. Like, they're going to do it anyway, so might as well look into the investment. So, Scott's SMG, that's another one that you could watch. Let me post that one. All right, it's one more that I've been watching for a while. It's MCIG. Oh, see, wait a minute. They're on right now. MCIG is at 30 cents per share right now. See, these kind of companies right here, you just want to do some research on the company, see if they may be promising with the upcoming increase in marijuana. It's a perfect time to stock up on some marijuana stock for real, y'all. Like, we really do need to tap into that. Whether you smoke it or not, it doesn't matter. They got stock. It's public. They're going to find ways to make money on it. All right. Also, yes, I'm looking at an article right now because Yahoo Finance, they'll give you a lot of articles about Warren Buffett. You want to listen to anything that Warren Buffett says about the stock market. That's how that man is a billionaire. Anything that Warren Buffett says, listen to it. Take consideration to what he's saying when you're considering what to and not to buy. I'm going to type the link for that. The Warren Buffett situation. All right. So let me see. It was something else that I was watching. Somebody was 30 cents. Oh, Aurora. Aurora is Aurora Cannabis Incorporated. They're at $1.99 per share right now. $1.99 per share. They're in a bullish manner. And then you can see articles. When you click on these links, you can see articles of what's going on with the company, what the company is about, before you can decide if you want to make that investment or not. Exactly, Felicia. Because even though we don't smoke, well, you don't smoke, it's legal, and they're going to smoke, so might as well make some money, because you know it's something that is going to increase in the funds over time. Yeah, you was a little bit late, but you on time, because I'm about to wrap it up and end it, but you can definitely play from the beginning, Miss Novella. Today we was just talking about the stocks. I wanted to give people information on how to get started with the stocks so we can get our monies up. All right, so I hope that was great information for everybody. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go get ready for this photo shoot and pick up some chaga. Chaga will be updated tomorrow, guys. It's in. We have chaga is coming in tomorrow. And for the fellows, Yohimbi is here. I always get so excited when I get new herbs to provide for you guys. But we will have Yohimbi and chaga will be updated tomorrow. So I got to go pick that up before the photo shoot. And you guys have a beautiful day. It's been real. It's been great this morning. And keep us updated on those stocks that y'all doing. Open up y'all accounts. I'm sending the email right now for y'all to set up y'all Charles Schwab account. All right. Peace. Peace and love.